Hello class 7, I welcome you all once again to your English class. I hope you all are doing fine. Children, for today's English lesson, we are going to continue with the non-finite verbs that we had started 2 videos ago. And now for this video lesson, we are going to continue with the third kind of the non-finite verbs, that is the participle. In our previous videos, we already have learned what are non-finite verbs. We have learned about it. We already have seen some examples, and we have also read the first 2 kinds of finite verbs, the gerund and the infinitives, right? Now we will continue with participle. Read this sentence. Dancing dolls are sold here. The word dancing is formed from the verb dance by adding ing. But it is also describing the noun dolls. You see here, dancing dolls. Yes? So it is performing the work of an adjective. Yes. We had seen when a verb with ing was acting as the noun, it was called the gerund, right? Now we know what is the participle. When an adjective will be acting like what? When a verb will be acting like adjective, then we know that it is what? It is, yes, it is participle. Here is one more example. They bought baking trays. So trays is the noun here and baking is like an adjective. See, it's a verb formed of bake plus ing. So baking. So how does it change? It will. It is acting as adjective. So this word, this verb will be participle. A verb that functions as an adjective is called a participle. We say that a participle is a verb adjective. Kinds of participles. Participles are formed by adding ing, ed, en to verbs. They are verbs but works as adjectives. Okay. So the wounded soldiers. You see, it is already a verb wounded. So, but it's because it is describing the soldiers, the noun, so it is acting as what? The participle. Then we have the painter's shop was inaugurated in the morning. The words dancing, baking, wounded, painted are all participles. There are 2 kinds of participles. The present participle, dancing, baking. The present participle is formed by adding ing to the form of the verb. So now I will be telling you about the 2 different kinds of participle. First one is present. So you understand that ing, when you add ing to verbs, they become what? They become like in present form. So the present participle describes an incomplete action or state. Yes, you should know that it's describing the incomplete or unfinished action or state, like the dancing dolls. The process of dancing continues. They are still dancing. The present participle is active in form. So like the dancing dolls, the dolls were dancing, they are very active, so they are moving, they are doing something. The past participle. The past participle usually ends in ed, d, t, en or n. The past participle denotes an action that is complete or a state which is over. The wounded soldiers, the process of getting wounded is complete. The painted shop, the process of painting is complete. If the participle is formed from a transitive verb, I hope you remember what is a transitive verb. The verb which requires an object, right? It is passive in form. The wounded soldiers, the soldiers were wounded. The painted shop, the shop was painted in passive. In addition to these 2 simple participles, there is also a perfect participle, like having finished. Okay, you might think that this is verb. No, children, we have our verb here, read. She read a book. Okay, having finished her food, she read a book. So yes, read is already our verb. So having finished is our what? Is our participle. That means it's describing her state, right? This sentence actually means after finishing her food, she read a book. The perfect participle represents an action that was completed at some point of time in the past. So you have a, in this pink box you have a summary, you have a gist to this one. Now let's move ahead with J exercise. Fill in the blanks with the present or past participle forms of verbs given in brackets. Okay, our first exercise of the day. So it is on page number 65. We will be doing this. Let's get started. Number 1. She likes to admire the twinkling stars. Yes. So number J. This exercise is on page number 65. So she likes to admire what? I am writing the answer, children. You will have to write the question. Twinkling. Twinkle is the word, twinkle is the verb. I will be adding ing and it will become what? It will become participle because it is describing the stars. Any verb acting as adjective will be our participle. The dash cake was cut hurriedly. The baked cake, right? Baked cake. So this is what kind of participle? This is past participle. 3. The dash brakes were repaired by the mechanic. The screeching brakes. Number 4. The dash students were asked to come for a group photo session. The awarded. We will see, children, they are verbs but they are acting like adjectives. So they are called participles. The dash incident disturbed the children. The horrifying incident. We have a verb already here. So we have that disturbed word. So this won't be a verb here. Now we are done with this exercise. Please quickly note it down or fill in the blanks quickly. Now, joining sentences by using participles. The man saw a car. The car was moving at great speed. Both these sentences are different, means associated, but they are separate. Other two sentences. The object of the first sentence is the subject of the second sentence. You see, like our car, the car. In first sentence, you see our car is the object. In the first one, it's the subject. So, the man saw a car moving at great speed. So because the subject and object is same, so we can write this way. The man saw a car moving at great speed. I met some girls, they were playing in the park. I met some girls playing in the park. Yes. He switched the light off. He went to sleep. Having switched, because the work is done. So, and the subject is same. So when the subject is same, we can just use what? We can use the perfect part of it, past perfect. Perfect participle. Having switched the light off, he went to sleep. The old man called the postman. He went out of the house. Having called the postman, the old man went out of the house. Yes. In each of the examples given below, the two actions mentioned in each pair of sentences occur simultaneously. That means one thing happened, then the other thing takes place simultaneously. So in example 1, the man seeing the car and the car moving at great speed are taking place simultaneously. So we use the continuous form of the participle, but sometimes the second action begins only after the first has been completed. Yes, let's see here. We had seen he had injured his hand. He went to the doctor for treatment. Obviously, now first thing has happened and then that's the reason second thing is taking place. So having injured his hand, he went to the doctor for treatment. We had climbed up the hill. We sat down to relax. Having climbed up the hill, we sat down to relax. Now let's combine the following pairs of sentences by using participles. Okay, exercise K we will be doing. Number 1. The girl saw an eagle. The eagle was flying up in the sky. You see, object and subject is same. An eagle, the eagle. So the girl saw an eagle. Flying in the sky. Number 2. He saw a cat. The cat was chasing the mice. He saw a cat chasing a mice. Number 3. He sat down on the sofa. He switched on the television. See, things are having simultaneously. So, having sat down on sofa, sat down on the sofa. Having sat down on sofa, he switched on the television. Number 4. The leopard attacked the deer, it killed it. Having attacked the deer, the leopard killed it. Number 5. She had completed her work. She went to the teacher for correction. Having completed her work, she went to the teacher for correction. She went to the teacher for correction. Yes? So we are done with this exercise as well. Now let's continue with the other part. Read the sentences given below. Example, sleeping in her bed, a loud shriek woke her up. This will be wrong, okay? The way the participle sleeping is placed in the sentence, it refers to the noun shriek. Yes? But it was she and not shriek. She was sleeping on the bed. That was sleeping on the bed. Yes? You can see sleeping in her bed, a loud shriek woke her up. So this will be wrong. How we can write this? When she was sleeping in her bed, a loud shriek woke her up. Let us take another example. Being an expensive vase, he could not buy it. So the sentence suggests that he was an expensive vase. Okay, being an expensive vase. No, he was not an expensive vase, which is incorrect. it being an expensive was. You have to add the was expensive. It being an expensive was he could not buy it. Now reframe these sentences so that they convey the right meaning. Let's see first one, what's wrong there, let's find out. Swimming across the lake, a big fish attracted my attention. So swimming, what we can write, when a big fish was swimming across the lake. I hope you are done with this, children. This exercise is exercise L on same page number, on page 66. Number 1. When a big fish was swimming across the lake, it attracted my attention, because it was the fish which attracted your attention, right? Not swimming. Number 2. Reading the poem again, the meaning became clear. Okay? Now see here, children, we can write like this. When I read the poem again, or was reading, okay, when I was reading the poem again, the meaning became clear. Yes, number 3. Relaxing in her study, a loud bang startled her. Okay, when she was relaxing, when she was relaxing in her study, a loud bang startled her. Startled her. Yes, number 4 now. Being a pleasant day, they went for an outing. They were not like what? A pleasant day. So they were not a pleasant day. So it being a pleasant day. They went for an outing. Full stop. Number 5 now. Running out of the building, a bus hit him when he was running out of the building, running out of the building, a bus hit him. Yes. So yes, we are done with this exercise as well. Now see, let us learn about the difference between the gerund and the present participle, because they are the same, right? ing, they are taking the same verb ing. That means ing is added to the main verb. The gerund and the present participle are both formed by adding ing to the verb, but they are different from each other. Gerund is a verbal noun, whereas a participle is what? Adjective, right? Verbal adjective. Now let us take an example. He was startled by her shouting. The shouting children were told to sit quietly in school. In sentence A, shouting answers the question startled by what? So it will be a noun, right? It has been used as the object of the preposition by. Since only a noun or pronoun can act as an object, shouting is a noun here. So obviously it will be a gerund. Verbal, noun or a gerund. In sentence B, in addition to being a verb form, the verb shouting also describes the noun children, the shouting children. So it will act as an adjective. So shouting is a verbal adjective, or we can say a participle. That means present participle. Now we have another exercise. We have to write G for gerunds and P for participles. Let's find out exercise M. This is on page number 67. Number 1. I will be writing GM. You can just write it in the box. Blooming flowers. Flowers are blooming. So here children, you can see it's adjective, right? Verbal adjective. So what is the term for verbal adjectives? Participle. You are going to write P. Number 2. Sleeping children. Again describing children. So they are sleeping. So again P, participle. Number 3, singing devotional songs is her hobby, right? Singing devotional song, here it is an activity, noun. So it will be G, gerund. Number 4, mountaineering is a popular adventure sport. So it is a noun here, so gerund. Number 5. Parking is not allowed in certain area. Again, this is working as verbal noun. So it's gerund. Yes. So PP, GGG. So we have this pattern. Now let us look at some more sentences. Look at this sentence. The doctor was upset at the patient coming late. No, this sentence should actually be written as the doctor was upset at the patient's coming late. You have to use apostrophe S, that means possessive form of the noun. He did not appreciate me winning the competition. He did not appreciate me, wrong, my winning the competition. When a noun or pronoun denoting a living being is placed before a gerund, like winning, okay, when you are placing a noun or pronoun before it, it must be in the possessive case. Yes, me is not in the possessive case. We have to change it into my, and then it will show possession. Like, Rita prefers dash till late on Sundays. We have to fill in the blanks with gerund. So, exercise N. Rita prefers sleeping Number 2, playing. Number 3, composing. Number 4, swimming. Yes, children, we are done with exercise N. Now look at these sentences. Girls love to dance. Girls love dancing. We can use either the gerund or the infinitive after these verbs to start, to try, to propose, to need, to intend, to continue, to begin, to learn, and to love. We can use a gerund as well as an infinitive after these verbs. So you see in the pink one, you should remember this one. You can use both, participle as well as gerund. Learn, love, begin, need, intend, try, continue, start, propose. Now let's see what we can use. Now exercise O. Page 68. Number 1. She likes to read novels. We have to use the gerund in place of infinitive. To read is our infinitive, so we are going to write she likes reading novels. Number 2, he prefers to learn. He prefers learning. New skills. Number 3, Raghu will continue practicing. Raghu will continue to practice, will become practicing. Number 4, she started to sing nursery rhymes. She started singing. Number 5, she loves to do yoga. She loves doing yoga. Did you see how I changed it with all this participles, okay, like gerunds in place of infinitives? Now we can move ahead with the last exercise of this chapter, P. Fill in the blanks with appropriate forms of verbs given in brackets. William Shakespeare liked writing plays. Or we can write even to write plays, right? Liked to write plays. Number 2. Sonal Mansingh is the dancing queen. Number 3. Painting is a creative form. So this one was participle, this one is used as gerund. Grandpa wanted dash go to the village fair. Wanted to go. Number 5. Neha sing. Okay, this will be a bare infinitive. Neha sings a devotional song while praying. Mahmood took the sheep to the meadow for grazing every day. Number 7. Flowers dash bloom in every spring. Bloom, okay, this will be the verb only. Blooming flowers. Number 9. I can feel that time flying. Number 10. There is hardly any possibility of catching the flight today. Yes, children, we are done with exercise P, and with this we have finished non-finite verbs. I hope you understood, children. We will end our video lesson here only. We will meet in another class with another video lesson. Okay, till then please take care of yourself and your family. Bye-bye.